day 2, morning of day 2. Just getting breakfast going. What time you got, Cody? 7-ish.
7:18.
A non-eventful night, except for
I wouldn't say non-eventful.
a 550 cord breaking, and which I can't believe. I guess I weigh 600 pounds, and broke the cord that was hanging my hammock on one end. So I ended up sleeping on the ground anyway, pretty much. My head was still elevated, but my feet were down. But that was until about 4 o'clock this morning. So rude awakening though. Got some side meat going on the grill, if you will. That's what you want to call it. And you would be amazed at how good that smells, by the way. And just cooked some eggs to go with it. And yes, we did pack in eggs. You can find these little containers. Anyway, now I'm gonna get my eggs, and we'll maybe do some kind of update later. We're almost in the exact same spot. But the good thing though is we are on the south facing side of this little branch here. But the let me lay this down so I can talk to you. The place we camped last time we were here is literally right there on the other side of the creek. That tree right there is, if I'm not mistaken, one of the ones that we actually had our hammocks tied to. So, like I said, pretty ironic. Let me share with you guys my setup here for water filtration. I have just a solar shower, 2.5 gallon. And we have that pipe feeding down to a El Cheesy Sawyer inline filter that my wife bought me that goes on a Nalgene bottle, but I took it off and fit it onto these hoses. And then we have my MSR filter tied into that, and it gravity feeds, and you can see we have a full bladder. I'm not sure exactly how long. It seems like it takes about 2 to 3 hours to get a full bladder doing it this way. But we use the Sawyer as a pre-filter. We use that Sawyer as a pre-filter, and that way it keeps my MSR good filter clean longer. And that way we don't have to back flush it or nothing. It usually will last several days like that, and no maintenance whatsoever, except for refilling this thing, which is a pain in the butt. If I had it to do over, I'd have spent a little bit more money and got one that actually had the inlet that unscrews I believe they do make one of those. The way this one, you have to refill it is you have to actually, let me see if I can get this in the camera. You actually have to slide this out, and it's not easy to do, especially one-handed. Like so. Okay, yeah, you get the idea. I'm not gonna take it all the way out one-handed because I'll drop it. But that's what holds it up there, and so it takes 2, sometimes 3 hands, especially if you got 2.5 gallons of water in here and you're trying to lift it 6 foot high in the air, and hold that and thread it through that handle. It's a pain in the butt. Basically, you really need 2 people when it's full to do that. But it can be done alone. I've done it by myself. But, well, I mean, it works. And until it develops a hole in it or something, I'll just keep using it. But if I do go to replace it, I'll try to find one that has a cap that can be unscrewed. That way it can be refilled without actually unhanging it from the tree. Don't know that that'd be much better either, because then you'd have to take the gallon jugs. That's what these are for, milk jugs. Real handy item to have when you go camping. You can dip them in the water and dip them in the creek and get your water out, then fill up your filter or whatever. We have hung it over a fire up high and give it several hours to warm up and use it for bathing. We actually brought 2. One for, we just slash them on the outside of the pack. Doesn't weigh anything when it's empty. Of course, we pack it in empty. But then you got a good container when you get here, and when you're done with it, don't worry about packing it out. Just put it in the fire and burn it. And then the other item that I don't have down here with me, but is the 55-gallon trash bags. I bought some from Lowe's. I bought a big contractor pack a couple of years ago. We're still using, I hadn't even used half of them, but it's good to have, say, 2 of those with you. I use one to cover my pack at nighttime, keeps the dew off of it, and keeps the ashes from the fire off of it too. And then it's good to have another one, as you can just use it as a ground cloth, and in a pinch, if it starts raining, you can make a poncho real quick out of it. It's just a lot of different uses for it. And so those are 2 things that are real cheap to have, and but good to have with you. All right, so I'm gonna get this water and get back up to camp. Remember, guns, gear, and government can always let you down. That's why you should put your faith in the Lord Jesus Christ. He will never let you down.